here.
Welcome, lifers. Season 2, Doing Time, Episode 1.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
that's right.
show.
That's right.
We got our special guest, Poetic Killa.
What's going on, guys?
We
How
got
you
my
doing, man?
co-host, Speak the
Good.
Rebel.
Media Maven.
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
Good, man.
Good.
How are you
Good.
guys? Good.
Well, here, Season 2, we made it. Had some technical difficulties last week, but we're in the building.
We're
The
in.
virtual building.
We're outside.
We are inside.
Life is literally a movie right now.
It's being recorded.
My life's a movie.
Poetic Killa. For those that don't know you, people that are getting familiar, let us know a little something about you.
I'm originally from East Boston, Massachusetts. I started. I didn't start music young. It wasn't something that I like had this knack for ever since I was little, type of thing or whatever. But it came about throughout like my first year of high school. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could go on forever as far as like, certain things or whatever. It's a little broad of a question. What
was one of the main motivators for you when you started though? What was like the moment where you're like, you know what, I wanna pursue this? What pushed you, man? That's something that pushes all of us.
Definitely. I mean, at first I was using it more or less as like, I don't know, more or less as like an outlet. But certain things going on in your life and stuff like that. And like I was using it as kind of an outlet, you know what I mean, to get things off my chest and stuff like that. But what pushed me to like take it serious and like, I mean, there was definitely, I told the story last week. I was on a radio interview in the UK, and they asked me about the track I have with G-Rap, and I was like, definitely that was a moment that kind of like solidified. I was
what's the name of that track? Plug that real quick, because that's big.
No Competition, it's called.
Oh, No Competition. Poetic Killa, No Competition. All right.
Yeah.
Buy that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, we but definitely like that whole interaction, like, and just getting to, freestyle for him or whatever, while we were kicking it and stuff. I was like 15, 16 years old. It was kind of a surreal moment, but that was definitely something that was like, yeah, no, you should take this serious. If you know what I mean, if G-Rap thinks you're dope, you know what I mean, and thinks your rhymes are dope.
That's some behind the music shit right there. That's a good story.
Yeah, for real. I had to. Yeah, I definitely got some stories for you guys. Yeah, Jay in particular. But
good.
Yeah, some funny ones.
So all right, so that kicked. How did the follow-up question to that though? How did you get in the same room as G-Rap? That was a story.
That was what was talked about as well. So, when I first started, he was like a mentor / DJ. He did like most of my shows at the time. He kind of like managed me a little bit. He was an artist himself. He's been in the scene for a while, had a lot of industry contacts and stuff like that I knew of. But he hit me up one day. He was in the studio in New York, and he hit me up and he said, I got something good for you today. Why don't you come down? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. Like, you know what I mean? What do you got for me? Yo, it's a surprise. You know what I mean? When you get here, it'll be worth it. Trust me. I was like, all right, cool. So I took the ride down, and it ended up G-Rap and Necro were recording.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was recording something off one of their joint albums. But and we just got to kicking it for a little while and stuff like that. And my mentor, DJ Bully, Bill Navoa, was engineering the session. So You know, G-Rap was like, yo, why don't you spit something for me? I heard you spit this, that, the other thing.
That's
And
wild.
he was like, yeah, nah. He's like, I love it. He's like, I'm recording in the back here. He's like, you want to do a track? I'm like, are you serious, dude? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, bro. You know what I mean?
That's huge.
Oh, it
That
was
is.
nuts, dude. You
That's
know what I
huge.
mean? I was like young too, so it
How
was
old were you at that point?
huh?
How old were you at that point?
I think I was like 16.
Oh,
It
so
was,
you a baby, man. Yeah.
yeah, for
You a
real. It was a
baby.
trip, dude. Like,
It's
yeah,
it's
you know what I
wild.
mean?
It's wild. I played a lot of shows really young, like 19, 20 years old. I was out on tour with Duck Down and Sean Price.
Oh,
And I'm
dude,
like,
yeah.
looking back, man, I'm like, you were a fucking idiot. You just like a young, know nothing, and here you are, like in the same room as friggin' legends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the time, like Sean Price wasn't as big as ultimately like he wound up becoming. I mean, we're going back like almost 15, 16 years. Like,
Still though, Sean Price, that's awesome. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. But it's funny that I know a lot of other MCs that like as kids just like kind of wound up around these legendary people by complete accident. And like, and you look back and you're like, man, if I was 35 when I met him, like,
Yo, for
you
real,
know
it
what I'm
makes you
saying?
think. It makes you think, for real. No,
It's
you're right.
wild.
Yeah,
It's crazy, yeah.
now you say you got some stories for us, but we got our show coming up October 30th. Attack
Oh
of the
yeah,
Killer,
hell
Attack
yeah.
of the Killer MCs.
Yep,
So it's
absolutely.
gonna be a dope show. But what's your wildest show story?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
being on stage, what's your wildest story?
We
Why?
usually best show you ever played, worst show you ever played.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Best show. Damn. Wow. Yeah. Nah. Best show by far was Red and Meth. We opened up for Red and Meth. In Connecticut. The Webster, I believe.
Oh yeah, in Hartford. Webster
Yeah,
Theater.
that was like the year before COVID. But yeah, I'd say that was the best. I mean,
It's a great
I
show,
don't
man.
know, man. Friggin', I had people fly in from this DJ I know from Florida. He flew in to see the show. Like,
It's a
people come
moment.
to.
It's a
Oh yeah,
moment.
it was really like for me. It meant a lot. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
just to
absolutely.
have all those people that I care about from all over in one room. It was dope. You know what I mean? We made a good night of it. That was probably my dopest show that I could think of. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. Horror stories, though. We all got tales from the road.
Oh, definitely.
Most of mine happened in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
Yeah, typically
particularly
Rhode Island.
Pawtucket.
Word.
Oh shit. Here we go
Tommy's
again.
Lounge. Fuck
Here
that
we
place.
go again. Tommy's Lounge.
Little static.
Oh, it's the seediest spot I ever been to.
That's funny.
Worst show experience or venue. You don't have to say names. You can just. We all got this is horror stories from the road.
Definitely. I mean, the one I can think of, I guess, off top. It was a while ago though. But it was at I forget what the Rocco's and do you remember Rocco's in Nashua, New Hampshire, Jay?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've been around way too long. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yo,
So,
I remember venues like 2 names ago.
Yo, as soon as I mentioned it, I could tell. But yeah, it was at Rocco's. Like you said, I won't mention any names or whatever, but definitely an interesting spot over there.
Yeah. It's not glamorous, man. People here, all right, we're in the room with G-Rap, Sean Price, and doing this. Bro, my first show was at an American Legion. You know what I'm saying? In front of 5 people with metal bands.
Right. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere though.
Rocco's.
Oh, exactly. Like I love the hell out of stories like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, it's awesome, man. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of projects you got coming up?
Trying to like piece together an album. I'm just putting together like I got some single releases.
Hip hop lifers. It's not the group.
I got
It's not
some
the group. It's the
some singles and stuff coming up that I'm releasing. But yeah, I wanna put I haven't put out a full length project since 2019, so it'd be nice to at least like throw out like an EP or something like that. You know what I mean?
Let's go, buddy. Let's go. More music that comes out of this whole area, the better for everyone.
Yeah, you're
And
damn
actually,
right about that,
I was listening to a lot of you yesterday, man. You got a really cool, different vibe. It's not fully boom bap, and it's not fully trap, and it's not like it's still rowdy, but it's not. It's nice. I dig what you do, and you have a very unique sound.
I appreciate that a lot, bro. Now I'm interested though. What songs did you dive into in particular, if you don't mind?
Man, now I gotta crack open the Spotify. Hold on.
My bad. I'm just curious.
You're like, oh, you listened? Oh, you're a fan? Name 5 songs.
No.
We gotta do research
Jay,
around here.
Hilarious,
Yo,
bro.
you realize that shirt? Name me 5 Nirvana songs that aren't Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Classic. Holy shit.
I listened to what was it?
Probably the new ones or something, right?
Fuck a check up.
Fuck up a check. Yeah.
Fuck up a check.
Dude,
highly recommended.
That song right now is about to hit 100K on friggin' Spotify.
I know, man. I saw that. I just honestly went through and listened to. I was listening to "Been Around the Block." I'm not really familiar with what I like to do is like I'll listen to the big singles of someone, but like you can really tell a lot more when you dive into an entire album of somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You got the songs that can get on playlists, but you also have an album that you know you're painting pictures. So I really dug it. Very unique sound. And you got a very unique voice, which I want to tell a lot of people, man. Very unique voice. I listened to you and right away I was like, oh, this guy sounds like him. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't pick out like 40 other rappers. So it was cool.
That's funny because a lot of people say that.
Yeah, no, that's a very good thing in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people
definitely
come in and they tend to sound like their idols, especially at first, but to develop like something you hear you and you're like, oh, that sounds like him. So that I really appreciated that because I'm a fan of, even if someone isn't good, I'm a fan of people just going for it.
Dude, for real, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, think about it. There's a gang of people that don't think, you know, someone like MF Doom or Killer Priest is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, which is a shame, but yes.
I know. You know what I'm saying, man. But yeah, great shit. Highly recommended.
I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I appreciate
having a different style kind of captures people too, you know, like you said, you know, then you want to start to dive in and listen, and then the voice gets you, and then the beats get you. So yeah, you definitely got something different going on.
And like you said, almost like there's nothing, there's no one like you can be like, oh, he sounds like so and so. You know what I mean? Like Jay was saying. So
I listened to the whole project. I just want to tell everyone there was not one R that was pronounced. So any word with an R,
definitely not.
So if you're a fan of that authentic Boston rap, that's just a bunch of I's.
Drop those eyes.
This is the project for you. Just rowdy with no eyes. It was great. I loved it.
Dude,
made me. I was like, I'm home right now.
That is hilarious. Yeah, for real. Not one R was pronounced. Not even
not one.
We're gonna move on to a little
5
segment.
mics.
Let's do it right now that we call Tales from the Internet. Right? This doesn't have to be music related. What is your craziest, strangest, weirdest interaction with someone over the internet?
What's the Dear Slim moment? Because it definitely happens.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know where to take this question. Like somebody is like a stalker type of thing, or
anything. It could be anything.
It could even be some of the whack, Jada Kiss hitting you, the bot of Jada Kiss hitting you up to be on his mixtape.
Oh yeah, wow. I remember when those like started around like pandemic time. Those two, that was crazy. That was nuts. But jeez, man, I don't know. Definitely, probably like first thing that comes to mind is probably business related though. I've had some trippy clients over the years for sure. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since like the business aspect, as far as like owning the studio and like, you know, providing like services for artists and stuff like that. I've been doing that since 2014.
What's the weirdest thing someone's asked you to record?
Weirdest thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
I've gotten a lot of, yo, we know you have recording equipment. Can you run the mic for this?
Oh, really? No, I haven't got anything crazy like that. I got like I've I've come across some like whack songs that people have wanted me on and shit like that or whatever, but nothing like crazy, you know.
My favorite is when people are like, yo, I heard this, I wrote this song, I hear you on it, man. And then you get it and you're like, yo, what exactly did you hear? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
You're like, yo, what have you been
Get me
listening
on
to?
that, I know that. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's too funny.
So here's something that I'm big on too. Are you self-recorded, self-edited, self-engineered, or?
Oh my God. So somebody asked me like what I do like the other day, whatever. They're like, what do you do? You know what I mean? I'm like, where do I fucking start, to be honest with you?
Yeah, I feel that.
Bro, yeah, you know what I mean?
I feel the perception a lot of people have is that we just like magically walk into a studio and record something and go home 15 minutes later.
Right.
I don't think people understand like editing and recording these songs. I mean, I put 5-6 hours a song in by the time I'm done.
Oh my God, yeah, for real, bro. You know what I mean? It's a lot, you know, just doing it myself mainly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean everything from, you know, graphics. I know I've done graphic work for you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I do all my own. I try and do all my own shit, you know.
So yeah, so you engineer, you record all that.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of MCs, especially now, don't get a lot of, you know, the credit they deserve for being great audio engineers. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Did you post that on Facebook today? Because I thought I seen that. Something
about that. I was talking something similar about how like visual artists and videographers now should be a new element of hip hop.
Word similar. Yeah, I totally agree with that, bro. Yeah.
You know, facts. So I also the engineers. I know cats that just that's all they do. They don't rap, they don't produce, but they engineer the shit out of, you know, Grammy nominated projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that is especially in the digital age, man. I don't think rappers get enough shine for that. You know, people think we're just rapping, but it's like, yo, there's a technical aspect to this. You have to have an ear. You have to know what sounds good, how to mix something, how to edit breaths. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely. You know, and like you said, they think it's like a 15-30-minute thing. Like, nah, dude. You know what I mean? Yep. We're talking like hours on end. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is time that's never coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. But how I look at it though is it's time well invested. That's
of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's a given. You know what I
mean. I'm just a miserable cynic, and I like to suffer from my art. So I try.
The average fan doesn't look past what they're hearing.
Exactly.
You know, they don't look past the finished product. They don't
true
try to see what happened all to the lead up to that.
Exactly.
It does get lost, and you're right though. Like the visual art should be a part of the conversation at all times.
Definitely.
Album art, graphic, everything.
Well, I mean, we look over your shoulder right now. Is that one of your videos that's playing?
Who do we got? Oh no, I think that's Nems, yo.
Nems? Nah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, So a quick side story. Brad was at my house today for a couple hours, and I was walking around my house as Nems for like probably the first 2 hours he was there.
Stop, yo. That's
I came walking down my stairs, and I didn't even say hi. I was just like, yo, don't ever disrespect me looking like the before picture.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. Love Nems.
Well, you were playing your videos beforehand when we first started, so I was gonna say shameless self-promotion.
Yeah. I was playing like Quotable or whatever. Now it's on like a little shuffle or whatever and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, we're all for the shameless self-promotion around here.
Yo, you have to.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you gotta throw it up, you know? I'm like,
Exactly.
Just for the record, we can be bought on this show. So if you'd like to sponsor us,
exactly,
even if you're an artist that you want me to slip in your name throughout an interview or a project, hit us up. We're doing big shit with this. Buy my album.
Word. Yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm happy to be a part of this, you know what I mean, with you guys. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
thank you.
Man.
Yeah, for sure. I found out about Hip Hop Lifers through Shane Kelly. He's like,
Good
yo,
dude, man. Shout out Shane Kelly.
Oh yeah, shout out
AKA
Shane.
the man in the mirror.
Straight out, yeah. He's awesome, man. He's awesome. He's the homie. But you know, he added me to this group, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was like getting to see everything. I'm like, it's way more than a Facebook group. I'm like, yo, it's like a family, dude. You know what I mean? And it's like,
appreciate that.
Oh man, just the dedication that you guys have, like, I don't know, it's incredible to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Shout out Anthony and Brad for that. Brad, baby.
For sure. Anthony
the Italiano. Is that how you say it?
El Italian.
That's one of the founders of this. So we run the podcast. Anthony is what the creator with Brad of Lifers. So shout out him for providing.
We have a good team, solid team behind us too. You know,
solid.
Jesse, Bex, Shane Kelly, Ryan.
Anthony Gonzalez is actually on with us right now as a producer. You just can't see him.
Right. So we got three Anthonys. We got three Anthonys on the team, so it's kind of hard to keep track of the Anthonys.
Word.
So here's another popular question that we have. So in addition to, you know, rappers obviously recording themselves, releasing their own stuff, doing their own graphics, packaging, it's a hotly contested subject lately. What day do you prefer to drop on? A single, an album? What day? What is your day?
It was funny, like, because when
there's industry insiders that say Friday. We all grew up with Tuesdays.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. We all grew up on I remember the Tuesdays, you know what I mean? Exactly. So, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Tuesdays. The Fridays came a little later, and that's the way people do things now. You know what I mean? They drop on the Friday, which is cool. You know what I mean? I guess. You know, but when you grow up with something, you know what I mean? Certain
Exactly.
My personal opinion is Friday is too flooded right now. Friday.
Yeah.
So
is too what? Flooded?
Flooded, yeah. Everybody drops on Friday. You got what, 8-10 projects a week every Friday?
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, for real. That is a downside to the Friday releases for sure. There's just so much to listen to, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up. Like
damn right.
Hundreds and hundreds of albums coming out every year now. Like what? I think last year it was over 600 or something crazy number. I know. Shout out to Brutus, Maximus, Rawside Hip Hop. He's got all those numbers in a spreadsheet somewhere.
Yo, speaking of Anthony, you know what I love he does in the group is he'll post every Friday, like you know, the dope releases that he's come across.
Yep.
Dude, like that's put me onto like some dope shit, dude, that I was like, I'm surprised because you know, I dig. I listen to, you know what I mean, a lot of independent artists and stuff like that. But he's put me on to some shit. Yeah, I was like, wow, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely great at curating the list for every Friday. Last year we had a thread going, and every single week he would add it to the thread, add it to the thread, add it to the thread. Wow. That kind of gets a little too much. So he was just like, whatever, I just posted every single Friday.
Word.
Really gets a word out for everybody, you know.
Yeah, it's dope. You know, a couple times I caught the new Daz Dillinger and Capone album, like just stuff that I wouldn't like necessarily like look for. You know what I mean? It was dope. It was dope.
Absolutely. Speaking of projects, while we're on it, what is your favorite project of your own? If you had to pick one project of yours that you think is most representative of you, or even that was just the easiest, best time to make. If I'm digging into your catalog and I know nothing about you except that Oz are not allowed, what is
that Oz are not allowed?
Not a single "ah" was used. What is your one project? Because I know you have a heavy catalog, man, which is great. But where would you suggest people start?
You know, definitely. Oh man, that's a good question, though. That's a good question. You know what I just liked how personal Been Around the Block was to me, to be honest. I think you know, with the heartfelt shit or whatever, like
Absolutely. Definitely more personal, I noticed.
Yeah, you know, and that's why I choose that one, I'd say. Definitely.
Good. Start there on all platforms. What's the name of the album again? Plug the album. Been Around the Block. He can't find his baby.
Put that out in 2019. Yeah, you can find it anywhere, dude. Any DSP,
everywhere.
Any DSP, or go to poetikkilla.com, get it straight from the source, you know.
Oh, we like straight from the source. Go artist direct.
Yes.
Right.
Poetikkilla.com. Is there an R in killer?
Oh, of course not. Come on.
No. AH.
I know, it's just the A.
Just the A. No.
Yeah, just no, it's all good. But
Poetic Killa, KILLA.com.
Yeah. Too funny. Yep.
Now, follow up to that question is, what was your toughest project to make? Like the most like painstakingly irritating project you had to make?
You know what's weird, man? I might have to say Been Around the Block as well.
No shit.
It can be that.
It makes sense.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, not only was, you know, it took me a while to like put out, but I don't know, man. I talked a lot of like life experience things on there that I went through and stuff like that. And while writing, I mean, this shit happened like years ago, like in my childhood type of shit.
Yep.
You almost got to put yourself in that zone when you're writing.
If you're doing it right. Yeah, if you're doing it right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of dark times while making that album too. You know what I mean? For sure.
I don't think you touched on something important, because I'm very much the same way. Is people don't realize that while we're writing this shit or telling stories, or even some of my happier punchliney songs still have some really personal shit weaved into them. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they come across as jokes, but it's like, yo, while we were writing this, we weren't like necessarily having a great old time. Like,
right. You know.
I like that, man. I like that. And did you find, you know, on like a more personal front, did you do a little healing as a result of writing an album like that?
Yeah, to be honest, when it all came together and you know what I mean, I got to process it and everything like that. Hell yeah. And it felt good. You know what I mean?
I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah, it's a whole process. It's definitely a process. Another thing so here's another thing I like to ask. People don't realize the amount of quality control that a lot of us do. How many songs typically for an album would you write, and how many would you keep, or you keep them all? What's your process on that?
Process? That's a good question.
We're gonna have some lost tapes at some point, or shout out to Nas, 49 years old yesterday.
No, this definitely I'll make like I don't know, good like 20 new joints or whatever, new records, and then maybe pick from there, 25 or something like that, and maybe pick from there. And but I like to give myself like options and stuff like that. So
absolutely.
Yeah, when I'm putting together the album, so I'm like, just make a shitload of songs, you know what I mean? And we'll pick the ones that you're vibing with the best or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you're going for that project, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
We're going to move on to another little thing we like to do here, and it's what's your issue?
Oh, what's your issue?
It doesn't have to be music related. It could be anything going on.
It could be life.
In the world, life, whatever. What's your issue?
Could be good, could be bad. Could be good, could be bad. What are you fighting for?
Dude, this is an interesting segment. I dig it, yo. What is my issue?
Dick Rubin.
Dick Rubin coming through. My issue.
He just used an "ah" to say Reuben, so we're getting.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's valid. That's true.
As if I don't talk like a fucking fishwife. So I'm over here like, oh, you don't say your ahs. Like, yeah. All right, now
that's too funny. No, the issue, man. Social media, I feel like, is a big issue. I don't know, man. I like it. Takes away. Yeah, it does. It does. I mean,
what specifically about? We talking keyboard cowboys? What are we talking?
Keyboard cowboys.
It's the new telephone tough guy.
Yeah, I guess them too. Yeah, the keyboard warriors and shit. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. People that just go to social media for every little thing, you know what I mean?
Big things coming soon.
Yeah.
Big things.
That's so funny. Big things coming soon. It's like big a fucking photo shoot at the beach. Like, you're like, what? Big thing. What the fuck? But yeah, you know what I mean? Just run into Facebook for everything. Yo, you know what I mean? Yeah, I have an issue with that.
Airing everything out. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's a little crazy. I'm like real like reserved. You know, like man a few words type of dude. You know what I mean? I like to observe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's a common trait that a lot of writers have in general.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, it's true.
We're always watching. Trust me.
For sure, right?
And it makes for a better writer too, just observing humanity and seeing how they work their way through this thing we call life. You know.
Another good point, Brad. Yeah, another good point.
A lot of people make some fucked up moves that other people see, and you're like, "Holy shit!" You know?
Yeah, man. We're watching your non-music moves just as much as your music moves.
Yo, for sure. Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't think people realize that. Like, people see everything. How you talk to people, how you treat people, shit you talk about. My issue when it comes to the internet is the whole like, I have 2,000 friends on here, and how come I don't have 2,000 plays on my songs?
Oh God, yeah.
No one likes a crying rock star, man. Let me tell you that.
I just never understood it. You know what I mean?
Ever. No one wants. We're not. No. Stop airing your self-esteem issues out. No, you know how hard it is for all of us to sell? Even the successful dudes.
Dude, for real.
It's a full-time job, bro. If people aren't buying your shit, make them buy it. Work harder.
That's right. Grind harder.
No one likes a crying rock star saying how no one supports them.
That's right.
The 1920 people that are supporting you, you just lost them.
Yeah, now they feel like assholes. Exactly. Like, well, fuck me then. I'm not good enough.
Like you said, the way they see you interact, your personality, that goes a long way with fans, dude. You know what I mean? Like you said, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I just feel we tend to forget we're in a people business. You know what I'm saying? It's about connecting with people that then funnel back to listen to you. So touching back on writing now. Well, actually, before I get to that, well, we're talking about internet. So here's an interesting thing, influence-wise. You think the amount of content that's out on streaming platforms, music-wise, movies, shows, it seems we're constantly getting hit with things. Do you find that to help writing, or is it hit you with too much shit and it's hard to sort out? I know a lot of us are big movie heads. I get a lot of inspiration from movies and shit. You feel like the amount of content available now kind of sets us apart writing wise than people who used to have to read, books.
Right. That's an interesting.
Y'all remember that?
Because like, I don't know. I am like a big movie person, but like I don't know. More of like the older type movie, like the classics. You know what I mean? Casino, Goodfellas, like you know what I mean. That type of
Absolutely.
But yeah, because I don't know. I'll catch a new movie here and there. You know what I mean? You know, I'll give something a chance or whatever. Even that goes for music too. But I kind of been getting more on it. Just seeing Anthony's posts in the group. You know what I mean? Every Friday, yo, this who came out with this. So
Absolutely.
you know, yeah. I have been checking out new stuff recently and stuff like that and keeping on it. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny, man. Like people be like, "Oh, you heard the new Kendrick?" I'm like, "Nah, dude. You know what I mean, or whatever." Like it just, I don't know. I catch it on my own time,
you're not a Kendrick fan,
huh?
You're not a Kendrick fan?
Oh no, not that it's not that. I just don't even like. I don't know, like, and especially things that I hear like talked about a lot. Like I remember when like J. Cole Forest Hills Drive or whatever. And everybody was talking about it, bro. I didn't listen to that shit until like 2 years later. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it took me a minute to get to that. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that, you know what I mean? Not that I'm not a fan or that I didn't think Forest Hills Drive was great. But yeah, just, you know, I caught it on my own time. So, but yeah, as far as like movies, TV shows, even, I mean, I've gotten into, Snowfall's dope as far as something new for,
okay.
For TV.
What's that on for people who don't know what streaming service?
I believe that's on Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah. Great show. The same guy who directed Boys in the Hood directed that whole series, and they got 5 seasons. Yeah, it's dope. Shit. John Singleton. What's whose name?
What happened?
Oh, is everyone here? I don't know what that was.
Why? What happened?
There's a little glitch in the matrix somehow.
Little balls palsy right there.
Right.
I didn't see anything. Wow.
Balls palsy.
Little balls palsy. I don't know, man. We all just caught a wave.
Whoa, a glitch.
So writing, all right. So writing wise, though, here's another thing I like to ask MCs, especially. What's your favorite quotable line from yourself? Quote yourself. What is something that you're proud you wrote?
Damn, yo.
I pride myself on being the first person to put the words mashed potato sandwiches in a song. I feel that.
Did you really? That's fucking fire.
On Psalm Brady.
Psalm Brady. Dude. That's terrible, yo.
It's on Doom Poetry, available now on all platforms.
Yeah, Doom Poetry for sure, bro. Great project.
What's what favorite quotable? All right, we can expand on that. Not necessarily even your own, but your favorite rap quotable all time.
Oof.
We're making people think on this show now. There's a new sheriff in town.
Yo, you know what's like memorable for me, or like a really dope one, is when Inspector Deck starts spitting on fucking Triumph. Yo.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, most famous lines in hip hop.
Dude, that's like, oh my god, like I don't know, epitome of hip hop type shit. You know what I mean?
That's the greatest intro of a song ever.
Yo, for real, you know what I mean? I'm like, how he just fucking ripped that apart.
Who knew he didn't have to do anything after that to be the most famous opening line of all time, bro? Bomb atomically and everyone, I'm done here now.
I'm done here now. That's it.
You're welcome.
He's also the first voice you hear on 36 Chambers.
Absolutely. No, I think it's Ghostface, right?
No, that's Deck. I'm pretty sure it's Deck.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, that's right. Okay, yep, that's right.
He's my personal fave, so.
That's dope. Yeah. That's a good question too. I've got that one. Like, what's your favorite Wu-Tang member?
Oh yeah. Okay, that actually, fuck yeah, lay it on me.
There you go. What's your favorite?
I'm writing this down now. I'm gonna write this to future people.
Shit.
Since
even though like I've, no shade to Raekwon and nothing like that. I know we've worked together over the years, but
right.
I'd say Method Man, bro. wow. The consistency. I mean, bro, he's still like dropping consistent fire. It's crazy.
He's the most entertainer out of all of them too.
Definitely. Good way to put it. Yep. I mean,
does Ghostface not exist to you, Brad? Does that?
Well, he's not the most like entertainer of all of them. No,
dude, Ghostface. Yeah, I feel like
Ghostface is working with orchestras, bro.
Right.
He's putting on hip hoperas.
Yeah, he's definitely expanding recently.
36 seasons, man. Whew.
36 seasons.
We all have our favorites.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that's what makes it. People get crazy about the top 5 like things.
Oh, we lost him. The conversation was
Glitch?
too hot. There he is. There we go.
Hey.
Right.
All right. Yeah, call came in. I'm like, we can't have that. What was I saying? The top 5. Yeah, like,
Yeah, top 5. You know what though? Top 5s are overrated because I feel like we all like the same 50 rappers of all time, and we just put them in different orders, but we all love them.
Yeah, it's the order, I guess. It's the order. You're right. But like people will heavily like criticize other people's top 5s.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, bro.
I know.
Like, everybody's got their own opinion, man. It's all good.
Crazy.
Like, you know what I mean?
You list Trick Daddy as your number 1, and it's everyone has something to say about that shit, man.
I mean,
maybe because I'm a thug, man. Fuck.
Maybe that example. I don't know. You throw out Trick Daddy. I don't know. Number 1. I'd be like, all right. He maybe bumped his head.
I think he just had a stroke or something.
A little balls palsy.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. I'm enjoying this.
So favorite quotables. All right, let me ask you this then, connected to that. What is your Susan? Hi, I'm on a podcast.
Susan.
Ma, relax.
Ma.
Gotta
love Ma.
Favorite song of yours? If you were to play someone one song, they're like, yo, play me The Heat.
Whew.
You're on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban is in front of you.
I love the scenarios. Yeah.
The other dude is trying to bring Fubu back. And they're both asking you, what's the pitch?
The pitch,
man.
I guess for that type of scenario, I guess
I'm out. No.
I'm like, yo, you painted the picture. I gotta go. Shit. That's a good one. My personal favorite though. Man. No More was fire. That was on the Been Around the Block album.
Been Around the Block, available on all platforms. Poetic Killa.
Yeah, that was about my mom, that shit was deep. That's probably my favorite. Like, I don't know. Right. Like it's interesting. That's why I'm like, what did you listen to? So Fuck Up a Check. Like, I don't know. It was a different type vibe for me, but I just had fun with that song. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Sometimes, it's okay to lighten up a little, everyone. Right.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, try something a little different, or like, that's not, in your usual, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it is different from my overall sound, but it was just something I had fun with. That was actually, the making of that was kind of crazy. I got
jump into that.
Yeah. So, I made the beat, recorded it, and I mean, it wasn't like polished and mastered by the end of the day, but I got the whole idea down in one day. You know what I mean? Made the beat,
wow.
Recorded everything. I got COVID the next day. I was diagnosed with COVID. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And like, I don't know, I did feel like myself coming down with something that day. I was like, down here, like just
getting
all
down
day,
with the sickness. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel the congestion come on and shit. It's the what is it? The post-nasal drip. Yeah. I'm like, dude. I'm like, once the post-nasal drip hit, I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm getting sick. but I didn't know it was gonna be COVID. You know what I mean? So it was a trip, and then I was out for like 3 weeks after that. But
oh shit.
Yeah, that was that was a dope joint that I just I just fell in love with the vibe of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I liked that it was a little different from, you know, how I usually do things and everything. So I'm like, it was cool. I fucked with it, you know.
You say that joint was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely good to step outside that box, you know, and try something different and do different things. You know,
Definitely, you know what I mean. I was at a good point in my life, you know. Then, despite the COVID the next day, but I was feeling good. You know, I was traveling a lot, you know, and I just got back home for a period of time, and yeah, it was just, you know, I was feeling it. You know what I mean? And I came up with that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
So, who's your biggest musical influence? Doesn't have to be hip hop. Like, I'm sure you listen to other music just like everybody else does.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
What was like your biggest like musical influence?
Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross, definitely.
Rick James.
Rick James.
I prefer to call him Richard James.
I have a broad music taste. Like I listen to the Supremes and shit. I listen to who'd you just say, Rick James? Yeah, I don't bump him. I don't bump him on the regular, but like, you know, I dig some of the, you know, that funk shit. You know what I mean? But
yo, obscure fact: James is actually Rick James' real name.
Oh,
Rick has nothing to do with anything in his life. His first name is James.
Shit.
Yeah,
that's actually an interesting fact. I like that.
His real name was James something. I don't know where Rick came in. Maybe he was Dick James. It could have been Dick James. And they were like, "Yo, check it. If we putting this out, you can't be Dick James.
You can't be Dick James, yeah,
because it would fit the whole of lore. And knowing me, if I was Rick James, I would be called Dick James first. Absolutely.
No, like we can't put that on the album cover.
We're not putting that out.
Right? No, what are you nuts?
It's so funny.
Charlie Murphy.
What else you got coming up, my man?
Shit, I got a show with this great group called the Hip Hop Lifers on October 30th, man.
October 30th, Middle East
Halloween
upstairs. Yeah, everyone, we're putting this out early. Come in costume. All right?
Definitely.
Everyone lighten up. Let's party a little bit. Let's wear some costumes.
Yep, costumes are
you can wear whatever you want. This could be your day. If you want to be a sexy pirate or something, this is the day.
Right.
No judgment.
Definitely. You know, I got the show coming up with you guys. I got a show
October 30th
with the Freestyle Clinic.
Where's this? Where we plug the show? Freestyle Clinic, what day?
November 19th.
November 19th. All right, yeah. That's clear of the 30th, so you are all allowed to go to that.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So
Freestyle Clinic, where's that?
It's in Everett. It's actually gonna be the first time I'm kind of like collaborating with them. I think they have something to do with the rec shop movement and shit. I think.
Word. Yeah, I think Shalom is in that, right? Shalom is in Freestyle Clinic.
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah.
I think Paranoia was too, actually. Shout out Paranoia.
Oh yeah, dude. Paranoia is dope, bro.
Yeah, that's my bro.
Yeah, I know you guys are close, yo.
Big things coming soon.
Dude, he was on a cypher with me for grind mode, and yeah, dude, I was digging his shit, bro. I was like,
Noah goes hard all the time.
Yes.
Yo, for real,
all the time. He needs to stop breaking fucking mics, though.
Yeah. Never let him
with his head
use that personal mic. Never,
ever. This man has broken 2 mics that we had to pay for now.
That's hilarious.
Noah is on my Noah's on my label. Me and Brad's label, Animal Embassy Records.
Love it.
And he's playing shows and bashing himself in the fucking head like Gigi Allen, which is fine. You're allowed to do whatever you want. But not when we have to pay for the mics. All right.
Yeah, right.
There's no mic dropping in this circle, bro. That shit you don't realize. The venue then comes around and like, yo, check it out.
Oh yeah.
The $130 mic that you just dropped
on your head.
I've been there before. I dropped a mic one time at Bishop's Lounge in Northampton, Massachusetts. I was 22 years old, and I had to pay $109 for a Shure SM58. So don't drop the mics.
Don't drop $200
now. I went ahead of y'all on this. I'm the fire that led Moses through the desert on this issue.
Someone kill me now. Oh my God.
I love it, yo. I love it.
Get me out of here.
I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but
you have been in the desert before.
Yo, it's been a good time tonight, fellas. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, Poetic Killa, man. It's been a good time. Thank you for coming on.
Likewise, bro.
Absolutely. Likewise. Thank you.
All right, last time to plug your shit, man.
Plug everything. Plug all of it right now. Here is where you can find Poetic Killa. If you Killa, sorry, there's no I's.
All right, no I's.
No I's, just an A. Killa.
Okay. I don't say my I's either.
No,
social media is poetic_Killa. And poetickilla.com, man.
.com, baby.
All
streaming
whole
services. YouTube.
Yeah, the whole catalog's out on all DSPs. DSPs. Shit.
All platforms.
I think that's it, man.
Mr. Worldwide over here, huh?
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. And then also you can catch Poetic October 30th, Middle East Upstairs.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a great night.
Lifers, Attack of the Killer MCs. Which I'm
so
headlining.
Can I get that story in before? Dude, hilarious. All right. So friggin', I don't know, Jay. Apparently, me and you look alike. Dude.
Yeah, white dudes with beards. Right. It's like 90%. Yeah. So when you
we were at
look. Wait. So heavier me is Ill Bill. So I get mistaken for Ill Bill. You get mistaken for me. So you got a little more to aspire to.
There's levels to this. Yeah.
There's levels. I signed an autograph on an Ill Bill CD once, back in like 2014.
Stop. You're like, I just went with it.
This kid was shitting his pants, man, and I didn't want to ruin his moment. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was awesome. So you guys remember the Rod Digger show, right? At Electric Haze?
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and my boy Shane were actually sitting like right across from you guys, but like I don't know, I didn't like know you like that or whatever, like at the time. But anyways, dude, so Sando was shooting a video for you that night, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Sando Films, man. He was shooting the Animal Embassy Wu video.
Sando is awesome, bro. He's one of the best for sure.
Absolutely.
And he came to me and he was like, we were outside, me and Shane smoking. He came to me. He's like, yo, I'm gonna set up the video equipment in a little bit. I'll meet you like around the corner. I'm just gonna go get the tripod and everything. You know what I mean? And I was like, what? So like even Shane was like, yo, did you plan something with him or something? I don't know what he's talking about.
Dude's just going with it.
All of a sudden he comes back after 20 minutes. He gathers all his stuff and stuff like that. He's like, Poetic, dude. Oh no, he didn't even say that. He was like, I told you to meet me around the corner. Come here. so I go there, right? I think I had my hood on and the hat, granted. But he's like, all right, so what song are we doing this for again? I'm like, yo, bro. I took off my hood and my hat and I'm like, yo, I'm Poetic, dude. And he's like, oh shit, dude, I thought you were Jay.
First half of the video was actually you. People don't realize that.
Right.
What?
Level shit.
Stop.
Yo, this dude was doing all my stuff. There was actually an exploding car scene.
Yeah, right. That's the kicker right there. That's too funny. But that shit had me in tears, dude. Me and Sando never let that one go.
That's hilarious. This is the first time I've heard this story. This is good.
Yo, yeah, it was. You know what I mean? So that was the joke for the rest of the night. He was like, Jay, what's up? I'm like,
that's funny.
You're like, yo, I have more hair than that guy. Stop.
See, that's it. That's the
It's like when you get a chick that tries to hook you up with like one of their friends, and they're like, "Yo, you're gonna love her," and like you meet her, and you're like, "Why would you think I would like this?"
Right. It's like you were saying with the people trying to get on your, trying to get you on songs and stuff like that. Why? What made you?
What did you hear?
Yeah, exactly. Well, how would you hear me on this? Too funny.
Anyways, man, well, thank you very much for coming on. October 30th, catch Poetic at upstairs at the Middle East on the Lifers show and on all platforms, all that. Brad, you wanna sign us off?
I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming back for season 2. Whoever's watching, thank you so much. Next Wednesday night, we have Reef the Lost Cause.
Reef the Lost Cause coming on. We're doing big things.
That's gotta be pretty dope.
Show and prove, man. Show and prove.
We got 2 shows next week, actually. We got Wednesday night at 8:30 with Reef, and then Thursday night at 8 o'clock with Rudy Barrow, aka H2 Owens, our South Florida
Rudy Barrow,
homie.
man, down in Miami.
Yep. That's our South Florida homie. So we're gonna have him up on here, and then we got some other. We'll release our schedule as time goes on. But I want to thank Poetic again. Looking forward.
I want to thank you guys. Yeah.
Looking forward to the show, seeing you do your thing live. We got, like you said, Speak the Rebel, Animal Embassy headlining that show. Kenosha Records, Grime Wave, Danny White, Kamenik. Got full
it's a We Are the World lineup.
Yeah.
Of a who's who right now.
It's gonna be the last show. It's gonna be the last show of the year too. So
last show of the year.
Got to be showing up in costume. So
wear costumes.
Hell yeah. But
buy the albums.
We're gonna be signing off. Till next week, y'all. Thank you, lifers. Doing time. We out.
Peace.